Hi guys, so in this video we're going to be looking at how to upgrade from an old version of this VR CPP project onto a newer version. For example, I've just recently added a new component called VR movement component that allows you to fly around and dive around in VR space. And we want to be able to upgrade relatively easily from an old version of the project to a new one. Let's have a look at it in Unreal. So this is the old project, and you could look at underneath the C++ classes. I only have the grabber and the targeter component, so we don't have a VR pawn component, VR movement component. All right, so we want to be able to upgrade this project. Let's go back to GitHub. Obviously, if you're using Git or if you're familiar with Git, you can just grab it from Git, but I'm just going to show you from a zip file, downloading a zip file. So you've got vr underscore cpp dash master.zip. Open that up. Go to the source code, vr underscore cpp. And in this instance, we only really need the VR movement component. But just to give you an example, possibly in the future, if there are some changes on the code from some of the older components that you already got, you would want to copy everything, VR pawn, and then all of the different pawn components. Okay, so copy that over onto your C++ project. So you go to source, v underscore cpp, and these are all the old files, right? I will overwrite them in this demo, but obviously if you've done your own changes into the code, you need to account for that. I'm going to say replace the files in destination. All right. And we've got the additional VR movement, .cpp and .h files in there. Okay, so if we go back to Unreal, even if you do this, that component's not going to appear there. So what we need to do is we need to add it in Visual Studio and then recompile the project. All right, so I'm going to double click on VR pawn, and it should load up Visual Studio for us. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to navigate onto games VR underscore CPP, the name of your project. Underneath that, there's a source folder. And underneath that, you should see VR underscore CPP, again, the name of your project, and all of the files in there. You'll notice that you don't have the VR pawn component underscore VR movement component here. Okay, so we need to be able to add that. So we have VR underscore CPP underneath under this folder. So just right click, add. Actually right click on the folder itself. So click and then add. And then click on existing item. Let's just navigate back there. VR underscore CPP. Go to source, VR underscore CPP. And these ones right here. So we have two files, a .cpp, which is the actual source code, the actual C++ source code, and a .h file, which is a header file. So click on add, and there you go. So you've got it there. You'll just go back to Unreal for now, compile. All right, and you should see VR pawn component underscore VR movement. So now you have an updated version of the C++ classes, as well as an additional one that just got added here. Obviously, you're not going to have the updated blueprints as well, so you might want to just have a look at the demo that came along from the entire project. All right, so that's how easy it is to do an upgrade from an old copy of VR underscore CPP into a new to the new version, including possibly adding new components in if it's available. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the next video.